All right. This is like the 6th time I'm trying to do this. I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks. I'm getting a little rusty. So let me just start here like I normally would and say, what's up guys? I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. I'm feeling pretty good today considering the last few months have been a little bit up and down, a little weird, maybe, you know, falling into the darkness just for a few days here and there. Well, more than a few days. But I gotta say, I've been working my way back to reality, back to my normal self. Feeling pretty good, especially because we got this old thing behind me here, this big nice white canvas that's getting ready to get something put on it. Whether it's ugly or whether it's nice does not matter to me because I'm gonna feel good doing it. And I hope you do the same. I hope this gets you up, gets you moving, and makes you want to create. If you've never painted before, this is something you should just jump right into. I will have not a link, I will have something in the description to let you know everything that I'm using. I'm just using all my standard colors from Gamblin. Got a little clear gel and all that stuff on the canvas. I'll talk about that in the description. So get your stuff out or just kind of sit back, relax, do all that stuff. So this way we can go ahead and get started. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope everybody's safe and I hope your families are well. And I miss you guys and I'm gonna be making more videos. I've just had a hard time, but you know, I'm working my way out of it, and I hope that inspires you to see, you know what I mean? I'm running out of words. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started. I feel really good. I literally this is the 6th or 7th take on like the beginning of the video, me talking. It's just so funny, so funny. So anyways, all right, let's go ahead and get started. I love you guys. You are all awesome. So let's do this. All right, here we go. I'm not even playing around. We're gonna just jump right into this thing today. I'm gonna hold my palette up here for just a second so you can have an idea what's going on. Even though these colors are in the description, I have titanium white, Prussian blue, ivory black, burnt umber, sap green, cad yellow, yellow ochre, and cad red. All right, so those are all the colors by Gamblin. Links are in the description. Let me set the old palette down right here. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something that's just not real hard. I never do anything hard, so you guys should just be able to follow along without a problem. Let's start off with the 1 inch today. Throw up a nice little blue sky here. So I'm just gonna grab a little Prussian blue, a little bit of Prussian blue and some white. Now, I did use clear gel and white, okay? I put it from here up. All right, paper towels, blue and white. All right, we'll just start and work some color right across here. Man, I'll tell you what, I have been really wanting to do this. I say this all the time. I don't know why I didn't, you know, I don't just get up and do this every day. I mean, I normally do, but man, I'll tell you, it's been a weird couple of months. Very weird. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna drop some blue in there and I'm gonna come back down here and I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off right on the paper towel here. And, all right, so I'm gonna go down and just grab some titanium white, just a little bit on the end there. And I want this to fade. Excuse me, I want this to fade down to a very light color. And we may darken the corners just a little bit. All right. Yeah, let me get some more blue, darken the corners. A little bit more Prussian blue right about there. A little bit more on the other side probably. Sounds like a plan. Oh yeah. I smell some depth right there. You see that? Start darken the corners and work your way down. Make it nice and light as you go. Let me wipe this off. All right. We don't want to spend too much time on this. Let me just step back here. You know what, I'm actually going to go a little bit darker. I'm changing my mind. And that's okay to do. It's something that you can do. If you want it to be darker, make it darker. It only takes a second. So I'm just grabbing some more of that blue. You know, and always stand back when you're painting something. Take a step back. Always. It's going to help you. Just wiping the brush off. All right. Let's see, something like that, probably. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to do, just real quickly, I'll probably get a filbert here, and let's go, just get a little bit of white on here. I originally wasn't going to put any kind of clouds in here, but maybe just drop in a little shape or two, you know, just so there's something happening, you know, up here in the sky. All right. Very subtle, you know, nothing major. All right, you see what I just did right there? Literally nothing, just about, you know, just splatted some white on there. Okay, but now I'm going to come back. I'm going to wipe the 1-inch brush off real quick. And let's just see about working this in just a little bit. Just kind of soften it up. Go right over top. Right on the bottom, actually. And then maybe we'll just pull it up a little bit. See? Nice and easy. Now, because I'm not using a whole lot of paint, you can kind of go right over top of it. See? If you had a lot of paint on here, forget it. You wouldn't be able to do that. All right, so now there's something going on. A little impressionistic, or whatever, impressionistic. I'm so bad with my words, but at least I admit it, right? Excuse me. Oh, man, let me wipe that off real quick. Tell you what, there is so much pollen in the air. I don't know about you guys, but that stuff really bothers me. Also, if you take your paper towel and just kind of squeeze like that, that'll really get some good paint out of there. All right. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? All right, so I'm not going to do a mountain. What I want to do is, I'm probably going to take the filbert. I want to put a few, like, distant hill. I want some hills in this one. So I'm going to start off. I want like a greenish, I want some green going on. So let me grab, I'm going to grab just a little bit of green, a little bit of blue, and maybe just a touch of black. Let's see how that does. Some green, blue, and black. And I'm probably going to end up, you know, doing a little bit of sketching just so I can see exactly where I'm going with this, okay? All right, so we'll start back on this one here. I want a nice little hill. All right, maybe not so many bumps. I want one that comes there like this. All right. All right, something like that. You get a little bit of more of that black and blue. Change up that color just a little bit down here. Tiny bit, not much. You see how I'm just doing a basic little sketch, okay? All right, let me drop some of this color actually down here. Now, I want this is a little, you know, this is far away. Well, further away. All right, so I just put a little bit of that color in there. Now, I'm going to take this 1-inch. I'm going to come up here and actually, let me wipe this off a little bit because I still got some of that blue in there, and that's okay. I'm just going to kind of do these little circles, all right, and just kind of take the paint that I put up here, and I'm just kind of dragging it around, all right? Just like that. I want it to be real nice and soft. You can even glaze right over the top of this mountain or this hill, and that should help set it back just a little bit. All right. Something like that right there. I'm not worried too much about right here, just because I got some stuff that, you know, it's going to go in front, I'm thinking, but I'm still going to make it soft. All right, let me set that down. I do want to darken it up just a little bit down towards the bottom, a little bit more of the green, blue, black. Let's see how this looks. But do you see how loose I'm being right here? Do you see this? I'm being very loose and I'm not really worrying too much about what's going on. And that's what I always say, like, if you worry too much, it's not going to be an enjoyable experience. All right? So don't worry. I just wanted the bottom here to be just a little bit darker. Now, this is pretty dry here. This is dry. Remember, I just used the clear gel and the white for the sky. Okay, now, let me do one thing. Let me wipe the filbert off real quick, because we're about to make one closer. About to make one that's a little bit closer. Let me grab some white. I may end up switching brushes because I don't want there to be green in this. But I wanted to give the, kind of like the impression of mist or something in here. So I'm just taking a little titanium white on the filbert, like this, and just kind of popping that through, see? And whatever ends up showing through, that'll be cool. Whatever doesn't, we won't worry about it. All right, see that right there? All right, let me wipe that off. Set the filbert down. Let's go back to the 1-inch brush, the only other brush we've been using so far. And I'm just going to come in here carefully and just spin this brush around and just kind of like knock this white down just a little bit. All right, it's very subtle. It's, it's not nothing crazy, but it's there. See, sweep right across it, just because there's not much paint on here. All right, there we go. Now we have maybe a little layer of mist or something, hopefully, if we're lucky. All right, back to the filbert. I'm going to use some blue, black, and green, and I'm going to make a hill in the front of this one. So let me get some black, blue, and our green. Black, blue, green. This is going to be darker. All right. This is definitely going to be darker. All right, here we go. Here we go. I want to make this one just a notch higher than this one probably. I want to come right up here and just bring this one right down like this. See? And that mist right there, hopefully we'll, see it. Yeah, it looks like we could see some of it. That looks right about there. A little more of the green in our mix. I want there to be more green, than anything else. Predominantly green. All right, see, I'm just using the filbert. Boom. And I always step back, and I'm not worried about over here, by the way, because I'm going to put something else there. But definitely always, always, always step back. It's so important. So as I'm using the filbert here, see the little blue in the background? Maybe leave a few spots showing through, because that's going to help make this hill look like it's got a little bit of variation in different color, different shades. All right, I think now would probably be a good time for me to roughly do a little bit of a sketch of what I'm doing. This way I kind of know where I'm going. So I do know that I'm on the left side, on the bottom, I do want to have, something in this area that kind of, drops down like this. Nice little, see, little sketch there, little hill of some sort. And then let me just do this. I wanted some water here that maybe wraps around the bend like this and just kind of comes off that away. All right. And then we're going to have some land, over here. You see how rough this sketch looks? But it's an idea of what I'd like to do. All right? And you should always do the same. If you sketching helps. It really does. I want a slight incline here, you know, because something's got to be able to contain that water, okay? And we can change this also if we need to, you know. If I want, I can make this more flat. I can make this come, you know, this way, like that. All right, all right, all right. Let's go ahead and let's grab this here, the 1 inch, and do the same thing that we did on the other side. I'm just gonna carefully pull some of this color around here. You know, you could do little X's or circles or whatever. Okay, so you see right there where I kind of like came out. Don't worry about stuff like this, because look, I went right into the sky, but now look, there's just an extra little bump. And actually, I think that looks better, to be honest. All right. So what I'm saying is, like, don't worry about, you know, don't worry about like making them, you know, these mistakes or whatever. Just don't worry about that. Just go with the flow and have a good time while you're doing it. Now I'm not using any paint, I'm just using my dry brush or whatever was left on. Okay. All right, hold on, let me check myself. Oh, hang on guys. Ugh. Well, that's not gonna go good. I had to turn my cross around because it's hitting the, just hitting the microphone, whatever, it adjusted weird. And I just flipped it around because I refused to take it off. I haven't taken this cross off in 10 years, and I will never take it off. More on that story later. All right, here we go. Little circles, little X's, whatever. But you see, as I'm doing this, and I'm not doing it very hard, I'm doing it light, and it's making variation. It's not all just one color. You can pull some if you'd like. See? All right. All right, now, I'm trying to think if we should block in. Excuse me, yes, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take the filbert real quickly. I'm gonna get some more blue. I'm gonna get some more black and more green, okay? More blue, black, and green. And I'm gonna start just quickly. I just want to drop some of the, you know, some dark color in here because I know I'm gonna need it. Now I would always recommend start from the bottom and work your way up, okay? Because on a hill like this, it's always gonna be darker on the bottom. All right. Okay. Now I'm not worried about the lines or whatever or anything like that. Okay, I'm just getting the color in there. Now I think by blocking stuff in, actually I'm going to move this a little bit out more. When you block things in, I think it helps you get a much better idea of where you're going. And some people don't like to do it, you know, and for a while I didn't ever do it, and I just think it's good to do. All right, let's do this. See, I'm going to add a little dark like this, watch. But you see how loose I'm being? All right, I'm going to leave a little bit of white right there. And scrub some of that real quick, and then I'm going to go back to the 1 inch brush, and I'm going to start right down here, and I'm going to do the same thing that we did earlier. I'm just kind of working it in. See, little circles. Work it in. All right, and we haven't put any kind of highlights or anything on, and we will. Now I'm going to do the same thing here, just carefully, just, all right. All right, I'm going to wipe this off. So pretty much what we have is, you know, we're halfway blocked in painting. So we might as well come down here and start blocking some of this in. So let me just do this. Let me just grab my knife, get some black, some green, a little bit of blue. All right, let me show you this real quick. Let's just help us speed up a little bit with that, right? Because you guys are probably like, all right, we know how to block in. Enough of that, let's move on. So I'm gonna do the same thing, 1 inch. Now remember, the canvas is pretty much dry. I'm just working this brush around pretty hard at this point. All right, come right up here. See? All of that from that little bit of paint down there that I put on with the knife. All right. All right. Now, how should I want to do this? I'm going to, while we have this going, I'm going to wipe this off real quick. I'm going to add some blue and white to that, and maybe we will put a little bit of indication, a little green, blue, black, water. Let me get a touch of brown in there too. So I have that green, blue, black, and a touch of brown. The brown kind of dulls it just a little bit, okay? Okay. Get some white. Let's get some white, lighten that up just a hair. I want white on this side here. Variation in color is important. All right, nice and light there. And we can change the shape of this, you know what I mean? This is kind of coming around. As a matter of fact, I am going to change the shape of this. All right, 1 inch brush still. I'm just going to take some of this here. Actually, you know what? I better just pick some up and darken the water. So I'm going to take a little bit blue, black, and green, sort of the same color we have above. All right, oh, a little bit more black in that. All right, and let's just go ahead and, you know, if there's a hill above here, there's going to be, it's going to be darker below. All right, see? Simple. Something like that. I believe you save paper towels when you wipe it like this. Just my opinion. Let's drop a little bit here too. Just because I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to change the shape of this, but let's do it now. All right. All right. Oops. Just kind of wipe that on my hand. All right, just carefully, I'm going to wipe the brush off, and I do want to just kind of smooth this up a little bit, so I'm just going to go back and forth. All right, this way we have just a basic setup here, okay? All right, now I'm going to set that down. And now is when I'm going to take the filbert brush, and we still haven't done, like I keep saying this, but we have not done any highlights at this point. Blue, black, green. Okay, now I want this to drop down like this. I'm just figuring how I'm going to change the shape of this a little bit, just to make it look a little bit better. Let me stand back and see. Okay. This drops down back there, like this. You see, and this is where you make your little adjustments. All right. This hill goes in front. All right. Take some of this dark color here in the front. Just use the filbert, good enough. Okay. 1 inch. Let's soften this up a little bit. All right, cool. I always like everything to be not even. Any kind of hill or anything we do. Don't want it to be like, you know, symmetrical. All right, so that's a little bit of a better design. Now this is darker because I think the light's coming this way. This is a little bit lighter. All right, so now we can start thinking about a little bit of highlights. So start trying to, bring some of it to life. So I'm going to take the 1 inch. I'm going to grab a little tiny bit of white, and then I'm going to use like a yellowish green. All right, so I'm going to grab some green, grab some yellow, touch of blue too, maybe. Yeah, green, yellow, white, touch of blue. And I'm just going to tap the 1 inch brush into that. All right, and then let's see. Let's do here. I'm just going to do these little taps. All right. And I'm barely touching like where that little misty area is right there. All right. Now, I got to figure. And I don't want these to really like stand out like crazy. Okay. I'm just tapping right back into that pile. And I'm thinking this hill is dropping downward, okay? And you notice everything gets kind of quiet when you're doing this because you're focused. Yeah, it's good there. Little trees off to the top. Nice. See that? Looks like little trees coming off of the top of that right there. I'm just kind of going through, looking at it. I'm leaving a lot of that dark in there. I'm leaving a lot of the dark. I just want this to appear as, I don't know, some kind of hill with something on it. So now I'm going to get a little bit more yellow. A little bit of a, brighter and lighter color. All right. I'm going to tap into that. And then maybe in a few spots, need some more yellow. I just want to get some extra highlight in here, maybe just in a few spots. See? Don't do it on the whole thing because then you'll mess it up. You want to have all that variation of color. All right? Be selective, where you put your color. See? Just little areas. Maybe got some here. Check this out. Nice. Boom. That, see? Perfect. Just a few little areas like this. See, maybe the sun's just maybe it's hitting the trees that are, maybe sticking up, further than the others or whatever. All right, let me go right to the top here. I want to give the impression that there's something coming off of the top of this little mountain here. See? So I'm just tapping with the tip of the brush. It just maybe will look like something. But leaving a lot of that dark in there is super, super important. In my opinion, it's super important. Okay? Now I'm stepping back just to have a quick look at this, like I always do. All right, now I want to drop some, I'm going to start doing some highlights here first because I want some in the back. So I'm going to go with yellow to start, which has a tiny bit of green in it. It's pretty much the same color we just used. Tapping into the 1 inch brush. And I'm going to come right, I got to think about our land. I'm going to start here maybe. And I want to work my way. I want this nice bright spot, a little bit of a downslope, see? And once again, leave the dark. So important to leave that dark. See, I'm just dropping in. I'm just starting to create our land. All right. And when you get to the bottom, you put your highlight in, and on the bottoms you tap softer, and that helps soften it up. All right. All right, tapping into that. Let's put a little yellow ochre in that too. Change that color up just a bit. All right, take a step back. And let's do here, right about here. I have a little hill here. See, it goes right to there. See? And you just have fun with it. Let it go, you know? Just boom. Boom, boom, boom. One of my favorite words. Boom. See what I'm doing here? I'm creating, you know, my own land here. I'm just figuring out what I want, and I'm just going with it. All right. So you drop some in there, like this. All right. Nice, soft in here, maybe. All right, now we got a bunch of stuff going on in there. See that? All right, let me do, I feel like right about, maybe here, maybe it goes out a little bit more. Same with there. Just a little bit more, like kind of into the water here. All right. Now, let me show you something real quick. Let me wipe this off. Now, if you want to put some dark back in, I'm going to take some blue, black, and green. All right. Now, let's say I want to put some dark back into the painting. I'm just going to get some on my 1-inch, and then I'm going to actually go like this. I'm going to put it right back in. All right, because I feel like there should be, yeah, some dark coming right into there like this. Yep, there we go. All right, mix that in nicely, see? There we go. You can always do anything, you know, you can fix anything is what I'm saying. Fix anything. Okay, and then, watch, I'm going to wipe this off. Get my roll of paper towels here. All right, now I'm going to go back into the yellow. Back into the yellow. And then I'm just going to fix this how I wanted it. Originally, I wanted a little bit more of a hill texture type stuff going right there with more dark than what I had. So see, I'm going to leave that dark in there. And I'm going to now step back. Always step back and evaluate. All right, looks good. All right, now let's jump over to the other side. Now I'm going to take some yellow ochre, a little bit more green. All right, a little touch of blue, black maybe. All right, I want a darker color for this one, for the highlights on the other side. All right, I'm just tapping my brush in. And what I want to do here is create, yeah, right about here on the start on the top. Okay. And we can lighten the top up a little bit afterwards, but I just want to get our basic stuff going here. All right, see? And make sure to leave that undercolor in there too. It's important. Here, let's do this. Let's take some yellow, because we know the sun's shining maybe this way. See? Brighten the top. Brighten the top. See that? Boom. All right. Now back to the darker color. I know down here I want this to be, you know, a piece of land that comes down like this. All right, just to drop downward. Very soft touches here. Okay. And same thing, downward. This hill drops down. Okay. Now here, this is a separate hill. I keep just tapping into our color. I want this to just look like a hilly hill, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to lighten the color just a little bit here so this sticks out more. See? Now I'm turning the brush. You got to always turn the brush in the direction that you want to go. If you want the hill to drop down, turn the brush down. See? Okay, so now we have all this beautiful little greenery and all kinds of cool little things happening. So step back. And yeah, so far it looks, so far it looks pretty good. So now I'm thinking that I want to put some trees on the left side, and the right side too, but I'm trying to debate what kind of trees I want to do, on that left side. Excuse me, let me set this brush down and grab me, what am I looking for? Yeah, let me just get a baby fan brush, a number 3, and let's get some dark color. Let's get some black, green, and blue. Black, green, and blue. Yeah, it sounds right, don't it? Black, green, and blue. We'll find out. All right, so I want to just put in a few. This is where you really got to decide what you want to do. So I don't want these trees. Maybe let's do this. Go right down into the top like that. So there's our little starter line right there. And let's go ahead and boom. I'm just dropping in a little tree there. Okay. All right, so there's one kind of sticking off the hill like that. Let's grab our line. Maybe a bigger one here. I don't know. Let's try it. See, only one way to find out. Okay, coming up here. Start there. Boom. All right. These are just maybe kind of, growing sort of like out of the top area, maybe. All right, not sure. And I'm going to put a little one here that could just kind of grows with them, I guess. A little tiny one. But I want that background to be showing through. I don't want to I really don't want to kill that background. You know what I mean? All right, let me do this here. And then maybe we'll do just a little, right about there. Don't make them the same size, ever. They look better when they're not the same size. All right. Now I'm going to take this fan brush, because we know there would be little shadows in here. I'm just going to use the color that I have, okay, see, to just kind of pop in some darks. All right, try to make it nice and simple. Okay, so we have that there. And then, now I'm just kind of going on this, so I don't have a pre-plan, set up for this. I'm just trying to think how the best way to do this. All right. You know what? While I'm thinking about this, let me grab the knife with some white, touch of blue. Yeah, white. Yeah, there we go. And touch of blue. Let's think about putting a little water line. Get a little bit on the knife, and I'm just going to start to wiggle this around like this. Okay, just something to show a little bit of like movement in the water. That's really all I was hoping for. See? Yeah, that's a pretty good color. That's a good color for sure. And wrap it right around. Okay. Put a little ripple here and there. See? You know, and that helps with movement. You know, and you can put as much as, you know, in as you want, really. I'm just going to try to keep it pretty basic here. You can put little layers of this in like this, and I'm holding the knife and I'm pushing firmly on a 45-degree angle. All right? Just make sure that your lines are fairly straight. You know, that'll really make a difference in how the water looks. All right, all right. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I'm probably going to do, yeah, on the left side. I don't want to kill the background too much on the left side, so let's see. All right, here we go. All right, let me just set the knife down real quick. Get the filbert. I'm going to wipe the filbert brush off real quick. And then I'm going to take the filbert and some brown paint, touch of black, brown and black. When you're not sure, just you do something. You know, you'll work with it after the fact. All right, I want to put in. I want to come right here. I want to work my way down to about there. Little tree trunk. Make it nice and bigger there. All right, I'm just going to work with it. Black and brown. Right back to the top like this. All right, around. And then we'll have another one come right there. Grows right into it. See that? Something like that. That's a start for what we need to do. Now, I'm going to get more black because I'm going to make the other side of this trunk, you know, darker. So I'm using pretty much straight black at this point. Yeah, just like that. See? Make this tree a little bit bigger. There we go. Grows right into there. Just got some roots. Nice. Okay. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use the filbert here to make our basic little like branches. All right, so we're going to put a branch right about there. Have one. Kind of goes off and up and out like this, and little baby ones here and there. There's one. Let's see. All right, so that's a pretty good start right there. Yeah, because I really don't like to kill that background. You know what I mean? I really do like that so far. Let me do one thing here. Let me wipe the 1 inch off. Let me wipe it off. Now I'm going to get some straight yellow, nice bright yellow. I want to do one thing real quick because I like doing stuff that's crazy like this. All right, here we go. Some pretty bright yellow here. I just want to. I don't know why, I'm just feeling this just a little bit. Just a little bit. I just want this to, yeah, there we go. Nice. Just, you know, in a few little, nice. Not too much, you can get carried away easily, you see? So I'm going to wipe this off and then maybe soften some of this. Turn your brush. You don't want to have the same old repetitive, you know, type of strokes. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Put some indications of something there, I don't know. Let's actually get a little bit, we can do this later, but let's just get a little bit of something going in here. Pretty dark over in this corner. Pretty dark over there. All right. All right, now let's take the filbert, filbert brush. I'm going to take some white. There's already some brown on my brush. All right, white, and then I'm going to take some yellow ochre. All right, and then let's go ahead up here and then just zoom right down the side of this nice little tree, rolling the brush. All right, see that? Let's take some more, go right over here to his buddy, and just roll it right down, and this one's going to stop whoop, right about there. A little bit more of that color. Right up here. Let's put a little highlight on this guy here. He comes into the front, there. All right, now I'm going to wipe the filbert off, right? See that? Wipe it off nicely. And I'm going to kill this a little bit. I'm going to kind of just use my filbert and just kind of break it up and, you know, soften it back. See? It just kind of breaks up that, you know, that straight line, right? You could do some vertical, horizontal strokes to give the tree a good look. See? That root comes down into there, like this, and we're going to do the same thing over here. And this is just going to help make it look more like a tree, you know, just do all kinds of cool little things. Maybe there's a root here too, see? You just got to have fun with this, is what you got to do. That's what it comes down to. You have to have fun. If you don't have fun, then there's no reason to do it, you know what I mean? All right, excuse me. Now, I'm going to grab just some straight up pure white, well, as white as I can get it with whatever's on the brush, and I just want to, I'm thinking about here, I want to roll some right in that area. Now, I have a lot of paint on here, quite a bit actually. You know, I was thinking that, remember, the sun was just kind of blasting through maybe there, I don't know. Just my excuse to use more paint. See? Maybe that root will stand out a little bit. I'm rolling it. There we go. All right, wiping it off real quick. Let's just blend some of this back. Kind of soften the line so it's not such a hard line. All right. Nice little bright spot in there. Okay. All right, let's set the filbert down. Now, 1 inch. Grab the 1 inch and get some yellow. And then I want to come in here and just kind of plant the tree into the ground. I'm going to use a little bit of a brighter color. All right, just because I want to plant this root in here. See? Right up to the tree. See? Just like this. He kind of grows up into it. Okay. Maybe there's a little bit of moss on this tree, see? Tap it. See that? Boom, boom. Kind of grows right up the tree. And if you want to get technical, if you really want to see it, get a brighter color. Nice bright color. And do like, you know, a stamp or two, maybe on the left side like this. See? Just like this. See? And the root still shows. It's under the ground there. See that? It still shows. A little color here too, might as well. Now you have like a little bit of a mossy type of a tree, okay? Alrighty then. All right, now 1 inch brush. Let me take a step back. All right, now let's take the 1 inch brush with some green, black, and blue. Green, black, blue, just some nice dark color. 1 inch. Now I'm trying to make this nice and simple, you know, like a pleasant experience. So I'm just going to do this. Let's just tap in. Whoop, let's hold on to that guy for a minute. All right, green, black, blue. All right, green, black, blue. Nice dark color. Let's put drop in some little indications of some leaves. See, I'm just tapping using just the corner, like this. All right. Make them go right in front of the tree. Don't be scared to go right across the old trunk, you know what I mean? Okay. Now I don't want this tree to grow too much, so little indications here or there. All right. Okay. Oh, I got to tighten that easel up. All right, like this, a little bit in that background showing. Okay, see? Nice and easy like that right there. Now that's a good little indication right there of some dark leaves. So let's go ahead now. Let's wipe off the 1-inch brush and let's have some fun with this tree here. All right, here we go. 1-inch brush, wiped it off, going into straight yellow. Going into straight yellow. It's going to turn a little green because of the other colors that we've had on here. Okay, this is what we got here. Still a nice color. So I want to come up here and I'm just going to drop in a few little thingies right on some of these branches. This way you can separate the, what's light and what's dark. Pick out little areas. See, maybe there's one here. All right. Softer touch because there's a lot going on in the background there. Now don't kill it with highlight. Just put some on. A little bit here or there just to change the, the value, the color, just so you can see there's something going on here, All right. Make some little hangy down ones, see? Like this. Boom. That tree's growing. It's growing. Okay. Now, let me get a little bit of this, brighter color here and see how this will do right about. I just want some right there and here. Just on the edges. Okay. Just like that. There's something there. And I guess if we want to, we could make a little bit of like stand-up stuff right here, You don't have to. You can though if you want to. It's up to you. And maybe just a tiny little something here, little indications of things. People will figure out what these are. I don't know what those are. But somebody will be like, oh yeah, that's a whatever, something bush. I don't know, but just put them in, you know what I mean? All right, a little bit of a darker color. I just want to put some things here, there. Just what you see, I'm just randomly doing stuff. All right, randomly doing stuff. Now, I will take this fan brush real quick and get a little bit of a, it's a lighter color. It's still a dark green color. All right, on the number 3, I said they called it the 3-inch brush, and just see just something here. See, not much. It's just going to show that there's something going on here. All right, there's something going on there. Well, I don't know what to say. I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are happy with it. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to keep it basic for you. I tried to do something that would just get you in a good mood and just make you just want to get up and actually do something with a painting today. So I hope this helped you. Have a great day. I love you guys. I am trying to make as many videos as possible. So make sure that you like this video. Make sure to subscribe, turn the bell on so you guys know when I'm uploading videos, and I will see you in the very next video. God bless all of you and have a great day.